This is the Rebel Scum podcast. Available in video on YouTube and audio wherever you listen to your podcasts. Every week, Brock and James talk the latest rumors, news, and theories from a galaxy far, far away. Support us on Patreon for exclusive offers and join the Star Wars discussion. Patreon.com/RebelScumPodcast. Here are your hosts, Brock and James.
You are always scum. Rebel scum.
Hi.
Always scum, Brock. Always. Hey, welcome, Rebel Scum Podcast.
Hello.
Thrilling, as always, to be here.
I'm Brock. This is James.
I'm James. James O'Fett. That's what I'm going as this week. James O'Fett. Yeah, we gotta hold on. How do I switch you to this side? There, okay, I swapped us. I just swapped us on the screen because there was numerous people brought up the fact that we were on the wrong side of the screen. So we fixed that issue. We fixed that. Before we get into it, we got to tell everyone American Thanksgiving is coming up Thursday, November 25th. We are going to run the gauntlet of shows. It's going to be a lot of fun that day, Brock.
Boom.
Boom,
Happy
chicken.
Thanksgiving.
Are you going to cross the border for Black Friday?
Oh, no. But I might be soon. Though, because they're not allowing people to cross the border without getting a rapid test. Or not even rapid test. It's something else. But you have to pay money for it.
So it's like $150 or $200.
Yeah. So, but they might waive that for people that go under 72 hours, which makes sense because it's like if you're going to go across the border to go shopping for a day, you don't want to pay $150 when you're not even supposed to spend more than $150 when you're across the border.
True. So true. Well, I didn't realize that you had to pay that much. I did, but I never really. It never clued in because I haven't thought about crossing the border.
Yeah,
at all. But Black Friday is coming.
Your boy has to go to Target.
For sure,
so, but not
Target
for Black Friday.
You know, Black Friday, Halloween ended, and the next it was like 12:01. Black Friday deals on now. I was like, it's November.
Mariah
1st.
Carey, All I Want for Christmas.
Yeah, well, that's overplayed now.
Mm-hmm.
I typed in the best modern Christmas songs, and that one was number one on every list. And I got to thinking, okay, sure, it's modern. It's 30 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Like that song is as old as like the Rat Pack Christmas songs were when I was born. Do you know? Like they are old. It's an old song now. Wild. Just like it's now it's a classic. We got to call a spade here. That song is transcended. You have to, Brock, I know you haven't. You have to watch your special on Apple TV. It is the greatest thing to ever happen. It's like if a train wreck was on top of a train wreck, you have to watch it. It's phenomenal. If it's even there anymore, I don't even know. But
hard pass.
Rebel Scum. No, you got. I'm not. I wouldn't tell you to watch something if it wasn't worth watching it because. It's something else. This is a Rebel Scum Podcast, 231st episode, and Heidi's already in the chat. Happy Life Day!
Yeah, I'm gonna say if we're gonna watch any special, we have to watch the holiday special because it's that time of year where we made up a pretend thing.
Heidi's grabbing a glass of wine. You need that to get through our Mariah Carey talk. No, I agree with you, Brock. It is. Today, of course, is Life Day. Happy Life Day to the lifers out there. I don't know if you've seen this or not, but you're going to Target soon, so maybe you will. But they have Life Day merchandise now.
Yep, I saw that. I didn't really look at it. I was like, oh, wow.
I don't know. I just saw like tweets and stuff. I don't know where to buy it or how to get it. I'm sure it's very expensive. But for something that George Lucas tried to shelve and hide away, it's become I don't think it's a cult classic because I honestly don't think people have even watched it. I just think people know of it. I think like the legend of the holiday special has far exceeded what the holiday special actually is. Because aside from Heidi, I don't think anyone else considered it.
Oh yeah, that's right. her entrance into the
Yeah,
Star Wars universe is the holiday special.
it's true. It's but the thing is, like, you're a child at that time, and that's your gateway to Star Wars. There was no, home video wasn't really a thing back then. It wasn't on TV yet. So you didn't see Star Wars
Yeah.
in the theater, you missed it. This thing comes on TV, and it was probably, I don't know what, but it's like 4 hours long. And the best part is B. Arthur. Fact. The B. Arthur's the best part. We should watch it. Do you want to just watch it? I could throw it up right now. We just sit here right now. We just sit here. Heidi just said, if you can get through it, you're a true fan. That's she's not wrong. She's not.
It's
Maybe
like
she is.
those YouTube like videos where somebody watches the same thing for 100 hours or listens to the same song for 10 hours.
I was writing a murder mystery this Halloween, and I found YouTube stations that just, I mean, this isn't uncommon, I guess, but it was just Halloween music nonstop for hours. And there's like a live chat. People are like, yo, this Halloween song's banging. I was like, I've heard this 17 times. There's only 3 tracks they're playing. And it's like, ooh, do, 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 bah, 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 bah. It was funny though. It's awesome. It just seems like 4 hours long, says Heidi. It does seem like 4 hours long. When was the last time you watched it, Brock?
Who knows?
Have you seen it all the way through? Like front to back?
I don't think so.
That's the point that I'm trying. I don't think many people have seen it all the way through. The first time I ever saw it was in pieces in college. It was I was 21 years ago.
Was it VHS?
No, it was online. It was probably like scour.com or not LimeWire. Probably like one of those. It was like this, when like Napster hit, they had like video versions. And I think it was like, everybody, we all tried to like download it, but it was only in pieces. Because it was the one thing that you always knew about, like growing up, like, it was always like this legend of the holiday special, but no one really knew what. I don't think anyone ever saw it. But the Boba Fett cartoon, though, I don't know if I saw it or if I just thought I did, because Boba Fett does appear in Droids, which you can watch on Disney. I haven't watched them on Disney Plus yet, but you can watch Droids on Disney Plus with Kylo Ren. So I might have just, and it's the same animators, the same company. So I always was like, oh yeah, I know that, but I don't think I did. I think I just knew Boba Fett from the Droids cartoon. That's where I would have, because I don't want to. We can't all claim to be. I saw it the first time I wasn't even born the first time it aired, so I can't claim that. But so I'm guessing there's no way I saw that Boba Fett cartoon.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like it's hard to keep track of like when you see things for the first time. But like as I was trying to rack my mind on like when I watched Star Wars for the first time, I couldn't even tell you.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. It was just something that I grew up with, and I bet you my first experience with Star Wars was the toys. I'm pretty sure, like,
absolutely,
because I know when my parents got Return of the Jedi, because my grandmother had a beta machine, and my parents didn't buy movies, so we would just copy the beta onto VHS. And Return of the Jedi, we did it with Return of the Jedi. Ooh, that's illegal. I shouldn't say that. But Disney movies had a copyright, and ET also had a copyright. So I remember that. I don't know how we got Empire Strikes Back, but it was on the same tape as A New Hope, which wasn't called A New Hope, because the beginning, I don't even think the beginning of it, that was taped off of TV. And my Return of the Jedi was on the same VHS tape as Christmas Vacation. And I think I've told this story before, where every Christmas we would like, let's watch Christmas Vacation. And then my dad's like, go cue it up, because back you had to fast forward the tape, right? So I would fast forward past Christmas Vacation, and No, I would fast forward past Return of the Jedi to get to Christmas Vacation, but I would always play it like way too early, like in Jabba's palace. And then I would just get hooked, and I'd sit there and I'd be watching Return of the Jedi, and they're like, "Is it ready?" And I was like, "I'm watching Jedi. I can't." So, fond memories of Life Day.
Is there?
Well, for Heidi, there is. I'm curious. I don't know if she's still there, if she's in her bottle of wine yet, but I wonder if she got any of the Life Day merch. And I don't know if it's Disney Parks exclusive or like a Target exclusive, or where you get this, the Disney shops online. I don't know where you get this. I saw a Donald Duck Bah Humbug shirt, and I was like, I need that in my life. And it was like, it was $50.
Yeah.
And I said, I can't do that. I couldn't spend. It was American too, and our dollar's like worthless. So I was like, I can't spend $75 or $80 on a sweater that I'm going to wear once a year. So Heidi actually saw Empire before A New Hope, which really that's a curious way to watch it. You know, kind of. Yeah, I don't know. Have you ever thought about which way you would introduce Star Wars to anybody, Brock?
It's hard to say because it's like you gotta win them over right away, right? So it's like you want to start with A New Hope, but I would love to hear someone's response of like watching Phantom Menace and then all the way through. Heck, even now, like, what would it be like to watch like the original movies for the first time? So episode 1, 2, 3, then Rogue One, then New Hope, like. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it'd have to be a weird sensation. If I had kids, I'd probably attempt Phantom Menace first. But like, kids are easy to please, more or less. If they don't like it in the first like 10 seconds. Also, it's a long movie too, so it's like.
Well, I think this is why Heidi was able to get away with watching Empire first, is because she was a child, like she was young, she was way younger, and so it doesn't. Almost, I think when you're younger, you're not comprehending everything that's going on. It's a lot easier to swallow. You know, like the order doesn't matter so much. And then when you watch them all, they all kind of get clumped up into one ball anyway. So yeah, I think if you're introducing it to a kid, you know, I actually my friend Steve, his son Colby, he's 9, but I think he was 7 or 8. And he watched, I think he just started watching Revenge of the Sith. It was on TV, and he just watched it, and he was like all in. And I don't think he knew. I don't know if I know he saw The Rise of Skywalker. So I think he saw the sequels, but I don't know if he saw the prequels at that point. I remember my friend said that he was all in on it. Like he really was enjoying it. So there's something to be said for that. And I also think the cleanliness look of the prequels and the sequels will help kids more than the grittiness of the original trilogy. Rogue One, however, it has like that fine balance where it's the modern looking, but they make it so it's different from the originals. There's the Nick and Night called the 40 most shocking moments in TV history, and the special was number 10. That holiday special is probably the greatest thing to happen to Star Wars. Yeah. Anyway, let's get on with what we're actually going to talk about today. Though this, you know, but I mean, it is Life Day, and we have to talk about it. And Life Day sparks our memories. But look, we talked about it a bit last week. We got to talk about it now, and whether anyone believes the reports that are out or not, it doesn't matter. The fact is, Patty Jenkins is not doing Rogue Squadron. Taika Waititi, who knows? But the one thing that I think we can confirm is Star Wars is alive and well on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Not so much theatrically, which begs the question: is Lucasfilm are they even looking to return to the theater at this moment in time? Like, do they have that need right now to return to the theater, or do you think they're content? Don't jump the gun yet, Brock. Or are they content with staying on Disney Plus until lightning strikes?
No, I think they want to make as much money as possible. So it's like why they're delaying on movies, I have no idea. Because like Marvel's put out 3 movies, 3 Marvel movies, but I mean two of them were like Shang-Chi. I still haven't watched it. Was that delayed because of COVID?
They were all. I think they were all delayed. They were all delayed because of COVID. Because I think they were supposed to come out in 2020.
Yeah.
So Black Widow, they
yeah.
screwed up and they put on Disney Plus and the theater on the same day. Shang-Chi, they did a 45-day window, and I believe Eternals is 45 days as well.
Yeah. So like they put out movies. Granted, some of them were shot before the world caught fire. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, no, they're gonna make a movie. Like it's like you slap Star Wars logo on anything film wise, and people will go see it. Like maybe it won't make all the billions of dollars, but like no, it's like they're gonna go back. Why they're like Rogue Squadron, was that supposed to be in theaters or on Disney Plus? I thought it was Disney Plus.
No, it's theaters. When that was all happening, so far, all we know about Disney Plus is what Bob Iger said, where he said no Star Wars movies will debut on Disney Plus. So Rogue Squadron was theatrical. Taika Waititi's is supposed, if that's a thing still, is supposed to be theatrical, and that's where it stands. Because there was an article that came out, I think it was like on the Puck, or I don't know. It's this writer who used to work for the Hollywood Reporter apparently, and he's saying the Patty Jenkins stuff was creative differences, and they've also shelved the Rian Johnson trilogy. That was saying that it's also shelved. And people online are, they're no, that's not true. We've heard it a million times, and he keeps saying it's a thing. And it's been 4 years since they announced the Rian Johnson trilogy, and we talked about this a little bit on the Thanksgiving roundtable with Pete and Cam, where it's. You kind of feel like if Rian Johnson was going to do this trilogy, he would have, like, there would be a little bit more movement on it. Like, look how fast he moved on Knives Out. It's like if this was something that if both parties really wanted this, I think they would be a little further ahead than they are now.
Yeah, I guess it's hard to. It's like that's the thing too. It's like it's you're working for big companies, like I'm sure, like I don't think like who was it? Oscar Isaac has blatantly said he's like he doesn't want to do a ton of these like huge movies like Star Wars or Marvel, even though he's going to be in Moon Knight. Like it's just like for an actor, it's not as fun as it looks because it's like half of it is all CG and they're standing in front of a green wall or something like that. It's like, yeah, it looks awesome when it's done, but like as an actor who wants to act, it's like it's just you running and jumping. It's like unless you're Tom Cruise, not a lot of people like doing that. Like, so it's like I can see that like perhaps it's not the greatest job. It's like you're gonna make money, but at the same note, it's like you put so much time into it. Like someone even used the comparison of like the Fast and Furious saga, where it's like Ludacris is an actor now. He's in a huge franchise, but he hasn't been in anything else because like those movies take up so much time. Like I'm sure he maybe there's other reasons why he's on other stuff besides like Fred Claus, but like it's just like like all those actors in Fast and Furious, why aren't they in bigger things? Like. But perhaps it just takes too much time.
Yeah.
But yeah, like with Heidi saying about Rian Johnson, it's like especially with like the reception of Last Jedi and then in comparison to Knives Out, it's like I'm still I know what I'm doing, so it's like I'm gonna go with where the offer is, I guess. I don't know. We don't know that part.
I'm not taking a side on it because I really, first of all, I don't care. But I'm not. I'm just saying, like, I feel like if Lucasfilm really wanted Rian Johnson, they would go at him harder. And if he did, but if he really wanted it, he would also.
Mhm.
I just feel like if this was going to happen, it wouldn't be 4 years out, and he's complete. He's moved on. Like it feels like he's completely moved on from Star Wars, from it all, and I know everyone. I know there's. I know half the people can't stand his Star Wars, and half the people think that it's the greatest thing that's ever happened to Star Wars. Like it's. I feel like Last Jedi is like the both most overrated and the most underrated at the same time. It's like this. It's the weirdest movie ever, and I just feel like there are way more. Not way more. There are a lot of talented directors out there, and I'm not going to point to Patty Jenkins level or James Cameron, stuff like that. I'm going to go to The Mandalorian for this example and look at who they plucked out to direct episodes of The Mandalorian. You look like Bryce Dallas Howard, Deborah Chow, they aren't big celebrity directors. They're very talented directors who did a solid job, and they did, and like their specific styles didn't interfere with the Star Wars style. Like it all worked. It worked in unison together, which is what Star Wars needs. Because like Marvel, I think Star Wars and Marvel are very, very different. But in this aspect, they're very much the same, where there is a look, there is a feel, there's an understanding as to what these properties are. And I think when you're hiring your next Star Wars director, you don't look at, their name. I'm not going to Star Wars because of J.J. Abrams. I'm going to Star Wars because of lightsabers and zoom, zoom, John Williams music. You know what I mean? Like that's really what it is. It's the experience. And I say John Williams music, but that just means that's just the genre that I've decided that music is. Like, I don't know. I that's how I feel. Just look at the talent and someone that you can work with to tell it. But I think, Brock, the biggest issue they're having with getting these directors, because that article also said that Patty Jenkins was being micromanaged, which I think is another conversation. I think that has to do with trust, though. They seem to lose trust. But there's an issue with it, and that is, and I've said it, like, what is Star Wars? There's no one, because in the article it said Michelle Rejwan, who is like the number one, like right under Kathleen Kennedy for the Star Wars stuff. All live action Star Wars, I believe, goes through her. She was micromanaging, and they weren't agreeing on stuff. So, what is the vision for Star Wars theatrical? Like, that's what they need to know. They need to be like, this is what the movies are, because the streaming stuff is they clearly know what that is, but the theatrical stuff, they need to figure out what that is, and then you build around that. I think that's the only way they can get past this. Stop announcing people, but the only way they can get past all this is like figure out what you're doing and then hire the talent to do that.
Yeah. It's just it's because it's like, yeah, you can talk to like about what Marvel, like Kevin Feige has an idea of what they wanted to do, but it's just like when you think about it, it's like, was the plan like, we're gonna get to here, we're gonna do this, which will get us to this, and this, and I can believe that that's what it was, but then it's just like all the little cute things in every movie that like links it all together. Like when you watch Ant-Man and the Wasp, it's like that movie is inconsequential until you get to the after credits scene or whatever. So it's sort of like, did you just make I mean, when you think about it at a grand scale, it's like, well, it is useful in a lot of different things. It's like the what is the idea? Like it was this, and then it evolved, which is beautiful. I'm not complaining about that, because in the sense, when you think about that, like Feige had an idea, and then he said, "Here you go," and then he's like, "Oh, I like what you did here. We're gonna take this over here."
Yes,
that's Star Wars. That's Star Wars. Like,
absolutely.
Like George Lucas made so many changes constantly, even prior to the remastering. It's like I will agree, like with George Lucas, like a film is never done. Like when you build a universe like this, so it's like yeah, like what is the stuff? They just need someone to make a decision, like you said. And like,
Yes.
I mean, The Mandalorian is awesome because Dave Filoni is like, do this. I mean, Favreau obviously is doing a lot too, but like, we all know
There's
that.
some
Yeah,
there's someone putting their foot down
yeah,
and with a vision. It's the vision that you need.
yeah.
And that's what's frustrating. And it's just it's it's more frustrating, and you agree with this. I know I put words in your mouth, but it's just stop announcing everything.
Yeah. Just
Stop it.
have like a brain trust writer's room. I don't call it the creation circle. I don't know. Just write stuff on a board and be like, this happens.
And it doesn't have to be like you said about Ant-Man. It doesn't have to be specific. It just has
Yeah.
to be, this is the purpose. That's it. It's just, this is the purpose. And if you don't
Yep.
have the purpose, then
Yep.
you start off with like what George Lucas did and you do the one. And then
Yeah.
the one you branch out the purpose after that. So everything follows that one. But I don't know. Rogue Squadron, what annoys me the most about this, is they put together this stupid video of Patty Jenkins with the helmet walking up to an X-Wing, like, I'm gonna make a movie. Okay, creative differences. How are you telling me that they didn't have, like, she just walked up, she's like, what if we did an X-Wing movie? And they're like, Rogue Squadron, Rogue Squadron, let's announce it. All right. Like, they didn't have an idea of what this was when they showed us that stupid video. Now it was amazing. Now it's stupid. I don't care what it says, but you know what I mean? Like they just randomly were like, you know what, this isn't working. It's been a year, and we've just decided that we're on different pages here. Wouldn't you figure out that you're on different pages before you announce this movie? That's what's infuriating to me. Is like, how do you go through all of this and just be completely separated from everything? I'll tell you why, Brock. Wonder Woman 2 was not, I don't know how it performed because of HBO Max, but it wasn't a crowd pleaser. It wasn't received positively. Lucasfilm lost confidence in Patty Jenkins, and all of a sudden that's when the micromanaging starts to happen more and more and more. And that, I think that's exactly what happened. And I don't know who to blame. I mean, you're dealing with, hundreds of thousands of dollars on a movie that they need to make $1 billion. So you blame the studio who's nervous about spending the money, or do you blame the you hired someone to do a job. I wasn't in the room, so I don't know what actually happened. That's what I'm speculating happened, is they lost faith in Patty Jenkins because of Wonder Woman 2. And I mean, I enjoy that movie and everything, but and you've said this, it makes some very, very odd choices.
Yeah. So I don't know what to say anymore. It's like I said it over and over again. It's like, until there's a trailer, none of this is real.
Ever. No. Well, we kind of got, like, that's the thing with Rogue Squadron. It was like a pseudo announcement trailer that they tricked us with. No, it wasn't, but they totally tricked us. I just had to move my I'm so blind I can't see my computer, which is like 3 feet away. So I had to move my screen over here on my thing so I can see how long we've been talking for. And also Heidi's you guys direct or Lucas? Yeah. We'll get George Lucas. I don't know if George Lucas, look, I don't want the prequels were not received well when they came out. And that's really, like, say what you want. You can love them all you want today, but they weren't received well when they came out. And all these people love Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man now, but where were you when his movies were coming out? Like, the second movie came out, you didn't go to see it. So, we could complain all we want, but if we're not supporting them when they need the support, they're going to move on from it. And all things said and done, we've gotten 5 theatrical Star Wars movies and 2 seasons of a kick-ass show in 9 years. Before that, in 30 years, we got 6 movies.
Yeah.
And a holiday special.
Yeah.
And I get, like Clone Wars, sure. But and we won't go into that because, in the 9 years, we also got Rebels, which is, I think, some of the best Star Wars they've given us. So, yeah, I don't know. Heidi just says the prequels didn't get love until the sequels, and she's not wrong because you don't. It's like the Big Yellow Taxi. You don't know what you got till it's gone.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just we live in a world where like Friends is popular again, right? Like it's like you can never understand what people are going to be interested in, and like I don't know. It's like just keep making. Like who cares? It's not going to do. Not everyone loves the Eternals. Is Marvel going to close up shop? No, of course not. They are.
Have you seen it yet?
No, I've only been to the theater once. So.
Oh, did you see Dune?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, that was really really good. It's very long.
Finally.
Yeah, it's very good.
I'll catch it on HBO Max for the Snyder Cut version.
Yep. But no, I mean it's just make it like some people like Star Wars Vision, some people don't. Some people like Clone Wars, some people don't. Some people like Han Solo, some people don't. Like it's just like, are we just gonna give up? Like,
yep.
I don't know.
So no, you can't give up. They need to figure out. I think they need to course correct, figure out what they're doing. I don't mean like what they're doing. I mean in Star Wars theatrically, and then hire the people in place to fulfill that goal, whatever it is. Because Star Wars, everyone's like, George Lucas didn't have a plan when he did it. Well, that's freaking fine. He was making it up as he went along. But now we're 40 whatever years later. You don't have to have a full plan, but you have to have an idea of what you're doing. Like High Republic is a great example of we know what we're doing, and they can make this up as they go along. Like I'm sure the Acolyte wasn't part of that, like me when they had the chalkboard with dinosaurs on it or whatever. But like it's happening now because of it. So I think that's the approach, is like just do this, and maybe that's how it is now. But that they need something concrete for people to come in and work in the world. They have to work in the world, and right now Star Wars doesn't have a world because the Skywalker saga is over. So the Star Wars world is blown right open. Where we don't know what Star Wars is past Episode 9. We don't know what it looks like, and the scary part is they don't either. And so they have to find someone that can take us there.
It's funny because it's like they make all these announcements and they say all these things like this is the end of the Skywalker saga. Like, why do you paint yourself into a corner? Like, why do you do this to yourself constantly?
We said all the time, man. They should have done 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Just let it go. Just go on. You know, like they could have kept these going on forever, and we would keep going back forever.
Yep.
We still are. We still are.
Exactly.
All right, you want to go to the odds?
Let's do it. Never Tell Me the Odds, brought to you by Patreon.
Asteroid field is approximately 3,720 to 1.
Never tell me the odds.
Boom.
All right.
If you like what we do and you want to support us, and it's people like our wonderful patrons that allow us to use StreamYard. So head on down to patreon.com/Rebel Scum podcast and just check out what we're giving out. We give out some content ahead of time. We're always on the go. We have contests. We have this. We have that. I'll show you a picture of my dog. I don't know. But we would literally appreciate.
Okay, put a picture of the dog on Patreon.
All the support is great. So yeah, head on down to patreon.com and become one of the wonderful people that support us every single episode. People like Heidi Feder, executive producer, Barry Brophy, Dennis Allen, Randy Kenobi, Mary Kristen Aton, Jeff Wilson, Phil Stanifor, Scott D, Josh Price, Matt W,
Rez, Frank Perkins, Neil Lowry, D. Raven Spencer, Cosmic Girl 02, Gleek Play 1, Disney Desi, Charlotte, Kayla Davis, Aaron Quinton, Deners, and the girls with sabers.
Boom. Thank you to all of them. Hooray.
Boom. 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 Shakalaka. Today's odds brought to you by Patreon. Thank you so much, Patreon. Here we go. will we get a Disney Plus Star Wars movie before a theatrical movie? Bob Iger is the one who said we will not. He is no longer there. So keep that in mind. Heidi just says, I'm wonderful. So you are, Heidi. Thank you. Oh, what's going on? Did it work?
I don't know. Again, like I said, it's like, why paint yourself into a corner? Like, just do whatever. Like, for all the movies that couldn't be released in theaters, they dropped them on streaming, and maybe not as successful as they wanted to be, but at least people watched it. It brought people into your streaming platform. So, I'm gonna go full Brock on this because it's like, who knows? Who knows? Somebody will do something that will figure out a way to make just as much money on streaming, and they'll go from there. Because right now the trend is like the new films coming out is like exclusively in theaters. Like, relax.
I think things change, and I think with the success of The Mandalorian, and who knows what Obi-Wan and or Ahsoka, Book of Boba Fett, I think it's a lot more plausible today that we will see the culmination of that in either a series or a film. And some people might think, oh, but the film could be a theatrical. But then you look at, I don't know, you look at like the Entourage movies. I know Sex and the City did well, but the Sopranos just had a movie, and it doesn't always translate that way like it does when you put the movie onto TV. It just doesn't always work like that. And you might have more success if you just put it straight to Disney Plus and you're like, watch these series, and it's all going to culminate in this event, this movie event on the site. So I think I'm going to go 60%. I'm not going to go super high on it because I still think, I know we talked about it earlier, but for me, I want to go see Star Wars in the theater, and I want it to be the big event. And if they do something like that, what I just said, I'd rather that be a limited series, like end it on a 5-episode run or something like that. So I'm going to go 60%. Next odd, will we get more than 2? The number is 2 legacy characters in the Book of Boba Fett. Will 2 legacy characters at least appear in the Book of Boba Fett? And by legacy characters, any character that has a name, not a species, a name that we have seen in any of the 5 films. We'll say 6. The sequels don't count. It's got to be the original 6 films.
I'm gonna go 100% on this one because it's like, I mean, for all we know in the trailer for Book of Boba Fett, the characters at that table are exactly the characters. I still haven't watched Return of the Jedi to compare, like, oh, that's you and that's you. But yeah, even if you don't count those ones, it's like there's gotta be at least 2 legacy characters in that. It'd be dumb if they didn't. So like, it's just give me Boss. That's all I ask for.
I'm gonna go 67.789%. Yeah, you gotta throw in a couple in there. It's always fun. I know everyone's like, it's fan service. It's fun, man. Look at this Spider-Man thing that's coming out. Nobody cares about anything other than show me the original Spider-Man actor. Like that's what we want. It's fan service. It's fan service. That's what we're here for. That's what we spend our money on. Give us what we want. Why would you like? I love new characters. Show me new characters. But every once in a while, if you can adapt an existing name into a part, why not do it? That's what we're here for. That's what we love. That's what we read these Legends books for. That's what we want. And we pretend that we don't want it because we're too good for it. But the fact is, that's what we want. That's what we're here for. And that's why we love Star Wars.
Yeah, it's a movie about space wizards. So
suck it.
I don't know if you heard me before, but relax.
Our final odd, will Kenobi be released before May 2022?
May 2022. 75%. I don't know.
My internet has gone to poop.
Did you hear what I said? 10. This is the news. Hollow news. The news you need to know right now. As we were saying, Life Day is upon us, so of course there's going to be a Life Day comic. Marvel's Star Wars Life Day #1. 4 individual stories celebrate the reason for the season, centered around the Wookiee holiday, with adventures to Batu, Kashyyyk, and beyond. In the first glimpse inside, we find Han missing his wife and son, a flashback from the Age of Empire, and a tale of the High Republic, featuring another famous Wookiee, Buryaga, and his master, Nibasek. Star Wars Life Day #1 from Kevin Scott, Justina Ireland, Jody Hauser, and Steve Orlando, with artists Ivan Fiorelli, Georges Gianti, Paul Fry, and Kei Zama, with a cover by Phil Noto. Arrives November 24th. That's next week. Is available for pre-order on Comixology and your local comic book shop. If you'd like to see a preview of it, head on down to StarWars.com, where I cut and pasted this story, and you can see some of the pages. Looks fun. I wouldn't mind getting a copy myself. Now, if you've been paying attention, the Star Wars Hotel is open and people are attending, which is crazy. The immersive Star Cruiser Hotel. You can head over on the internet to Bring Home the Bounty campaign, unveiling a special sweepstakes in collaboration with Lucasfilm Publishing and Disney's Park that will give one lucky grand prize winner the chance to explore a galaxy far, far away firsthand on the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser. The new immersive experience opening is in March 2022. I know I said some people have been on it, but they have been doing previews of sorts. By entering the Star Wars Home the Bounty Galactic Star Cruiser sweepstakes, man, that's a tongue twister. You'll get the chance to win product bundles and other prizes, while one lucky grand prize winner will get round-trip airfare for 4 guests to Orlando, Florida for a 4-day, 3-night vacation to Walt Disney World Resort, including a 2-night experience on a test voyage of the Galactic Star Cruiser in February of 2022. Sweepstakes will run now. It's live now. You can go and enter, but it will go from now to December 14th on bringhomethebounty.com. There's all the details you'll need there, and then tune in for the Star Wars special. The special Star Wars The High Republic live stream launch event for Wave 3 on January 4, 2022 to find out the winner of that contest. And in our final story, Knights of the Old Republic is officially on I think all platforms. I know it's on Switch. I've seen it. It came out November 11th, but I believe they're releasing a cool actual physical copy case and for all the platforms with all this extra goodies on the 19th, with like collector stuff involved. It's like $90, but like if you are a Knights of the Old Republic fan, you're gonna want to get it. So what else do I have to say? But this has been your Hollow News.
Hollow News.
He's back.
My internet went to poop. I don't know what happened. I just everything but this one worked. I think because this one probably uses the most internet technology. So getting it back. So I didn't do anything. I just opened my door. We'll see. But you want to get to top 5 and try to get out of this?
Yeah, let's do it. Top 5.
Is there any editing to do on my hat? Because I'm not going
solid like 3 minutes of me just staring at the screen.
You're just quick on your feet when it comes to he's God. All right. Anyway, top 5 moments from the holiday special, because let's do Heidi. We want to hear your top 5. Heidi, you definitely have to tell us your top 5. My number 5, though, Brock, I'll start with mine, is when Chewie reunites with his family, because that's really what Life Day is all about. And you get to see Chewie's family, and it's really just Chewie's family is my number 5.
My number 5 is the creepy video that Itchy watches. That's like,
Yes.
What?
That's my number 4. That weird thing that Itchy watches. It's because I think a lot of people, that's where their mind goes to when they think of this mess of a film. You're number 4, Brock.
My number 4 is shiny Luke Skywalker. He's very shiny in that movie. I don't know if this is before the car crash, after the car crash. Number 5 for Heidi is Trooper tripping over his own gun. I always forget about that.
I think this is right after the car crash, though.
Yeah.
Oh, Heidi's top 5 is going to be better than ours because she is
absolutely.
like she knows this thing by heart. She's lived and breathed the holiday special for
My God.
since its debut. My number 3 is Leia singing, because when Leia sings, it's Star Wars. It's not Star Wars until Leia sings. My number 3 is Leia singing.
My number 3 is going to be the Boba Fett cartoon because I like that color of his
Yes.
gear in that. It looks so much better, but what are you gonna do? Number 4 for Heidi. Leia doing her taxes.
Naturally. My number 2, Brock, is the greatest part of the entire thing, and that's the B. Arthur song.
That's my number 2 too.
Oh, perfect. When B. Arthur sings, the world is a better place. Heidi's number 3 is Leia singing.
Boom.
So that was your number. So it's my number 1. My number 1 now is the Boba Fett cartoon. It's a separate video now on Disney Plus. I still haven't watched it separated from it, but it's great. It introduces us to Boba Fett. He has the voices. I agree with you. The colors are fantastic.
Yeah.
So yeah, my number 1 is the Boba Fett cartoon. That's Heidi's number 2 is the Boba Fett cartoon.
Nice.
Brock, your number 1?
My number 1 is the fact that it exists. They made this thing. They got writers that didn't even understand what Star Wars is. Like
Bruce Valanche
didn't even know what it was. Hadn't seen Star Wars, and he was a writer for it.
And Wookiees don't talk. They're like, you know what kids would really get into? Non-verbal Wookiees. I that's a great number 1. That never even crossed my mind. It's so true. It's so true. Heidi's number 1. It's
Wookiee
that
porn.
weird video. I think it's definitely the weird video. How could it not be?
What are your search terms?
This has been the 231st episode of the Rebel Scum podcast. Once again, flawless execution by my internet. I was happy. I got booted hard, Brock. The screen went like reload, and then my phone said keep using Wi-Fi or cellular data. I was like, what? And then, but my Gmail worked.
Good.
So I don't know what happened.
Because Google is listening.
So, no kidding. But sorry about that. I guess I'll have to. I might edit it. We'll see. I probably won't. This is
I edited it.
You edited it in your mind. You took it. You did it. You did the Hollow News, which is a lot of fun.
Boom.
We're back next week. Is a great week. We have the shows on Thanksgiving. We can't wait. If you want to be part of the live chat on these shows when we do them live, join our Patreon and we do them there. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Contest. You can win that. You can win that the Life Day book. We probably should end the contest today, but we're doing it for December 1st is the deadline for the Life Day contest, which is only for Patreon. Heidi. All right. Anyway, anything else you want to say, Brock?
Happy Life Day and Star Wars. Go see Dune. It's fun.
Don't tell me what to do.
Don't tell me what to do.
I'm going to see Dune, I'm going to see Ghostbusters, and I'm going to see Shang-Chi, and I'm going to see Spider-Man. I can't. That movie is going to be so disappointing for so many people. It's mind-blowing how and it's fun, but it's mind-blowing how people anyway. All right. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for listening. And thanks so much for all of your support and paying attention to us. Episode 231. We'll be back next week. I'm not Brock. I'm James. He's Brock. And he was always, I'm doing dramatic pause, always Scum.
Rebel Scum.
Scumbags, thanks for watching. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up on our video As always, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Rebel Scum Podcast, for all the latest videos.